students, welcome to Unique English classes. In this video, you will see the second chapter of 11th class. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together. Here, it is written by Gordon Cook and Alan East. You will see how the author has written about the whole story. By the heading, you can understand what is the meaning all around. कह रहा है कि हम लोग जो है भयभीत नहीं है मरने से, if we can all be together, जब हम एक साथ हैं. By heading, you can relate everything. But first of all, I would like to give the chapter sketch. पहले मैं chapter sketch बता दूँ आपको. In the whole chapter, it revolves around to the sea voyage. यह chapter जो है sea voyage के इर्द गिर्द घूमता है, in which the author, the narrator, has represented his sea voyage with his family in a sea boat, sailboat. Author जो है अपनी family के साथ जो sea voyage कर रहा है, उसके इर्द गिर्द कहानी होती है, and how he encounters with the death, and finally with his whole courage gets victory. साहस पूर्ण जो है अपनी मौत के करीब आए हुए जिंदगी से कैसे उबर पाता है, तो that is described here in the chapter. So you will see then the main characters, what their role in the chapter. Chapter में क्या उनके roles हैं वही आप जानोगे. तो here first is the narrator, who is 37-year-old businessman and wants to duplicate to round the world journey made by Captain James Cook. You will see in the chapter, आप chapter में देखोगे कि narrator जो है जेम्स कुक का डुप्लीकेट बनना चाहता है, और जेम्स कुक जो है he was the first person who crossed whole world with the sea voyage 200 years ago. 200 साल पहले जो है जेम्स कुक ने जो है पूरे भ्रमण कर रखा था सी वॉयज के द्वारा. तो that is described here. Now Mary, the narrator's wife, and she supports her husband and a dream and improves her sea skills. You will see in the chapter Mary, who is narrator's wife. Mary जो है narrator की wife है, जो उसके ड्रीम में और उसके साथ जो है वो सी वॉयज को कंप्लीट करने में मददगार होती है, और खुद भी जो है सी स्किल को इम्प्रूव करती है. देन सुजैन, and she is narrator's 7-year-old daughter, who is very peaceful in the difficult situation even. यहाँ सुजैन जो है ऑथर की 7 साल की लड़की है, जो डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन में भी इमेंस करेज के साथ होती है. देन जोनाथन, who is narrator's 6-year-old son. जोनाथन की चर्चा उन्होंने किया है, जो कि रचनाकार का पुत्र है, और he shows immense strength and optimism. वह भी अपनी पूरी ताकत और अपनी जो है ट्रू थिंकिंग जो होता है उसको दिखाता है चैप्टर के माध्यम से. लैरी मिचिल, who is an American who joins at Cape Town to help the narrator and his family. And then Half Ziegler is also another companion who joins at Cape Town to help cross then the southern Indian Ocean. So these are the main characters of the chapter. आपने जाना कि जो ये मेन कैरेक्टर्स हैं इस चैप्टर के, और इन्होंने क्या क्या परफॉर्म किए, व्हाट हैपेंड इनसाइड द स्टोरी, यू विल सी थ्रू द डिटेल्ड समरी. Now we will see the detailed explanation, the detailed summary of the chapter. At the very beginning, there are some main points so that you can understand the chapter very easily. ये कुछ जो points हैं, मुख्य points हैं जिसके द्वारा जो है chapter को बड़ा आसानी से समझ लोगे. The voyage begins here. कैसे उनका voyage शुरू होता है? तो that is inside the chapter. जो 37-year-old जो narrator है, he started his voyage with his family, his wife Mary, daughter Susan, and then Jonathan, who was his son. What happened? His wife and he had spent 16 of years for experiencing to take this voyage, and after all, the time came in 1976. July, he started his voyage from Plymouth of England, and then in that course he had taken his boat named Wave Walker. That was 37 ton. Sorry, that is 23 meter and 30 ton about. And then when he started, the problems began during the voyage. But before that, he had crossed few part of his journey, and that is 1,05,000 kilometers. Presently, he passed 1,05,000 किलोमीटर की जो दूरी थी, वेज था, बड़ा आसानी से पार कर लिया. सुखद जो है यात्रा रहा उनका. But finally, the day came with some terrifying things, and problems started when the wind wave started high. Disaster strikes. That came with this storm, and we'll know even the waves were of the height of 15 meters. जो वेव थे, सी वेव जो था 15 मीटर ऊंचाई तक हुआ कर रहा था, जो कि काफ़ी डरावना था. And in that course, frantic survival attempts. Whether it is told that he had taken two of the crewmen, Larry and Sigler, who were after Cape Town. Cape Town से जो है 2 crewmen को उन्होंने लिया था for their own help, जो Larry and Sigler थे. तो they had to start the pumping water when after wave the narrator got that there was a leak from the boat. क्या होता है? एक लीक शुरू होता है और gradually the whole boat was filled with water. Everywhere water and water. Here we will see damaged and lost equipment. That is the point inside the chapter. क्या होता है कि उसके जो हैंड पंप्स होते हैं, they were destroyed. Even the electric hand pump were short circuited. Most of the equipments were destroyed. और सारे जो equipments होते हैं destroy हो जाते हैं. अब क्या होता है? In the gigantic sea wave, he had to suffer enough. But before that, 25th December, as he enjoyed in delightment. 25 जो दिसंबर था, जो that was the Christmas day, whether the storm had already started, but बड़ा मस्ती से जो है नैरेटर बिताता है, स्पेयर करता है वो टाइम. The new year was terrifying, and on 2nd January he formed gigantic wave. 2nd January को जो है विशालकाय जो है वेव आना शुरू होता है, and then he could expect that the disaster will come at 6 p.m. उसे अनुमान लग गया कि जो आपात स्थिति होगी वह 6 बजे शाम तक आने को है. And then he asked to his wife to manage wheel. वो अपनी वाइफ को who came from the main door of the boat, जो main door से आती है, and she told that they were going to sink, बताती है कि वे डूबने जा रहे हैं. इस क्रम में वो बोलता है कि you manage the wheel, तुम क्या करो, wheel को मैनेज करो, पकड़े रहो. And Larry and Sigler, who were pumping water from the boat, narrator started to struggle to repair the boat. अब क्या होता है, तेज रफ्तार की जो आंधी होती है, तूफान होता है, एक बार तो ऐसा होता है कि वह नीचे गिर जाता है. He was fallen in the ship, but before that he had already got his rope and the protection to escape himself. बहुत सारे जो सुरक्षा के कवच थे ऑलरेडी उसने बांध रखे थे, रस्सी से बांध रखे थे. सो वेव है pushed him again in the boat. वेव ने जो है उसे फिर से क्या कर लिया था, उस बोट में ला दिया था. Then he started to repair the boat, and in that course he had to take the hammer. Then he took a screws and canvas, and finally he wanted to keep out the water, but he was not succeeded that time, and pump was already blocked. On January 3rd, the water level was under control. कम से कम 3 जनवरी को जो है वाटर कंट्रोल में आ गया. And they got a pinpricks in the vast ocean. उस महासागर में, विशालकाय महासागर में थोड़ा राहत मिली उन्हें. For 2 hours they could get the relics, but after all they had more panic. अभी भी बहुत डर था. But in that course his son, little son, came and told, "Father, if we are all together, we are not afraid to die. We are not afraid to die if we are all together." अच्छे बोलते हैं कि पापा जब हम लोग एक साथ हैं तो फिर मरने से हम भयभीत नहीं हैं. तो that was the optimistic courage, that was the strength, and that encouraged the father, the narrator. ये चीज़ें जो है नैरेटर को बल देती हैं. And you will see finally he could believe that yes, he could cross the vast ocean, but his wave walker was not so strong, and so he could not think that he could pass through that ocean to the Australia. And in that expectation he could had to find another island, and he started to dodge and finally got asleep. कुछ देर के लिए सो जाता है. Whether expectation was to cross to get the island till 5 p.m. 5 बजे तक जो है उसने आशा रखा कि वे जो है आइलैंड को प्राप्त करेंगे. But when he wake up, that was 6 p.m. and he was afraid. He thought that he had missed the island. उसे लगा कि अरे आइलैंड जो है, टापू जो है मिस कर गया. और तभी जो है उसके बच्चे आते हैं. Son and daughter came and hugged with their father. अपने पिता से जो है गले लग जाते हैं और फिर बोलते हैं कि you are the best daddy of ours. बताते हैं कि आप जो है हमारे सबसे प्यारे पिता हो. इतना बढ़िया जो है पिता किसी के नहीं होंगे. Then the narrator wanted to know what's the reason, and so Mr. Singh and Jonathan, they announced that they were just near the new island. उन लोगों ने बताया कि वे लोग आइलैंड के निकट ही हैं, और यह बात जो है एक बड़ा डिलाइटमेंट दिया. Then the author had told that it was the most beautiful island in the world. उसने कहा कि यह जो है आइलैंड जो है विश्व का सबसे बढ़िया जो है आइलैंड है. तो it was the detailed story, detailed summary of the chapter as you found. तो इन होल जो है आपने क्या देखा कि नैरेटर जो कि जेम्स कुक का डुप्लीकेट बनना चाहता था, होल अराउंड सी वॉयज करना चाहता था, रिकॉर्ड बनाना चाहता था जो कि जेम्स कुक का बना हुआ था. और इस क्रम में वह जो सी वॉयज करता है अपने वेब वॉकर से, जिसे सी स्टॉर्म बहुत सारे जो है डिफ़िकल्टीज से गुजरना पड़ता है. यहाँ तक उसे लगता है कि अब मौत को प्राप्त कर जाएगा. इन डेथ कोर्स ही हैड ऑल्सो टू गेट द हार्ट, हेड जो है बम्प्ड होता है. ही ऑल्सो फाउंड हिज डॉटर वॉज बम्प्ड एंड गॉट अ बिग राउंड ऑन द हेड. बहुत सारी डिफ़िकल्टीज होती है, चोट लगता है उन्हें, बट हिम्मत नहीं हारते. और फाइनली जो है डेट करेज वॉज फुलफिल्ड एंड दे गॉट सक्सेस इन द सी वॉयज. फॉर नेक्स्ट वीडियो विल हैव टू वेट, एंड फॉर दैट you subscribe so that you will get the updated videos. Thank you.